You ever notice how some healthy snacks make you feel strangely tired afterward? Yeah, same here. It threw me off at first. These bars, drinks, clean cookies, they look harmless. Cute packaging, soft colors, wellness buzzwords everywhere. But once I started reading labels, things felt different. Really different. Research suggests a lot of these products hide ingredients the body doesn't vibe with. Not dramatically, just enough to nudge your energy, your hunger cues, your focus. It's almost sneaky. One small shift here, one spike there, and suddenly you're wondering why your mind feels foggy after a fit snack. In many cases, it's the combo that matters. A little maltodextrin, a splash of seed oils, a sweetener that tricks your taste buds. None of it tastes intense, yet your system reacts anyway. And the wild part? Most people never connect the dots. They blame stress, sleep, anything else. But sometimes the healthy choice is exactly what throws things off. Quietly, slowly, one snack at a time. You know what's odd? Some snacks with low sugar labels still hit you like candy. Maltodextrin is usually the reason. It tastes almost neutral, but the body treats it fast, really fast. One moment, you feel normal. Next moment, your energy jumps, appetite wakes up, and you're suddenly thinking about food again. Research suggests maltodextrin tends to trigger a sharper blood sugar response than people expect. Not catastrophic, just quick. Almost too quick. And that rush can leave you feeling empty again a little later. Hungry, distracted, a bit moody even. It also seems to nudge gut bacteria in ways that don't support stable signals. Nothing dramatic. Just enough to make your cravings slightly louder than usual. And the sneakiest part? It hides everywhere. Fit cookies, protein bars, electrolyte drinks, even supplements. One tiny word on the label and the whole snack behaves differently. Catch it once and you'll never unsee it. Ever eat something light and feel weirdly heavy afterward? Yeah. That slow, sticky feeling often shows up when seed oils are in the mix. They seem harmless. Sunflower, soybean, canola, soft names, friendly vibe. But the way they're processed, whole different story. Most of these oils go through heat, pressure, oxygen, and chemical steps before they ever touch your food. Research suggests this combo can create unstable byproducts your body doesn't always love. Not in a dramatic way. More like a quiet drag on energy. And here's the kicker. These oils hide everywhere. Healthy granola, vegan snacks, salad dressings, protein bars, even foods that look clean on the surface. People often compare the feeling to greasy fast food. Slow mind, cranky gut, cravings that don't match your hunger. A bit confusing, honestly. The odd part? Most of us don't realize we're eating them daily, sometimes in every single snack. You ever notice how a sugar-free snack can make you want more sugar? Feels backwards. Sweet taste, 0 calories, sounds perfect, but the body sometimes reacts in unexpected ways. Research suggests artificial sweeteners can confuse the system a bit. Your tongue says sweet, but your metabolism gets mixed signals. In that mismatch, it can spark cravings you didn't even plan to have. Sometimes you finish the drink and immediately want a snack. It's wild. Some studies point to possible shifts in gut bacteria too. Nothing extreme, just enough to nudge appetite and mood. A little louder hunger, a little less satisfaction. It sneaks up on you. And honestly, the mental loop is real. Your brain feels the sweetness, but doesn't get the fuel it expected, so it keeps asking. That's why many people feel off after sugar-free treats. Not broken, just slightly misled. Ever notice how some clean, plant-based snacks feel oddly bloating? It's not always the fiber. Sometimes it's the gums and emulsifiers hiding in the mix. Carrageenan, guar gum, xanthan gum. Tiny ingredients that look innocent. But research suggests they can sometimes nudge the gut lining in ways that make digestion feel a bit louder. Not dramatic, not dangerous, just uncomfortable. A little puffiness, a little tightness. That slow, thick feeling after a healthy drink. And emulsifiers, they help texture stay smooth, but they might also shift gut bacteria in subtle ways. Again, not catastrophic, just enough to throw off the balance you rely on for steady energy and focus. These additives show up everywhere. Plant milks, keto snacks, protein puddings, low-calorie sauces, even foods marketed as simple.
And yeah, it's sneaky because the texture feels amazing while your gut whispers, something's off.
You ever eat a healthy snack and feel strangely wired or oddly flat? Yeah, that jittery but tired combo can sometimes show up when preservatives join the party. BHT, BHA, sodium benzoate. Small names, tiny doses. But research suggests they might interact with the body's stress and hormone signals in subtle ways. Not terrifying, just enough to create little blips in mood or energy, almost like background static. Some people describe feeling slightly edgy after packaged snacks. Others notice a dip. It varies, but the pattern pops up often enough to make you pause. These additives help products last longer on shelves, stay colorful, stay fresh. The problem? Your body doesn't always enjoy the same stability. It reacts in its own rhythm. They hide in cereals, bars, juices, healthy gummies, even dried fruit mixes. And the wild part? Most labels make them look harmless. Short codes, tiny fonts, quiet placement. Ever grab a simple snack and notice your energy crash way too fast? That up and down wave often shows up when hidden sugars sneak into the mix. HFCS, corn syrup solids, dextrose, maltose. Different names, same vibe. Research suggests they can hit your system quickly, almost too quickly, giving you that brief lift followed by a soft drop. Not dramatic, just annoying. Like your body got tricked. The confusing part? These sugars hide in places you'd never expect. Protein bars, healthy granola, sauces, yogurts, smoothies, even foods marketed as wholesome. They also seem to play with hunger cues a bit. You eat, you feel fine, and suddenly you're craving another bite, or something salty, or something sweet. It shifts fast. And once you start spotting these names on labels, you can't unsee them. It's everywhere. Quiet, sweet, and slightly chaotic for your energy. Ever wonder why some snacks taste too perfect, almost cartoon-level good? That's usually the flavor labs doing their thing. Artificial flavors are obvious, but natural flavors? That term is way broader than people think. Research suggests these blends can include dozens of compounds, all packed under one friendly phrase. Nothing illegal, just vague. And your body sometimes reacts to that mix in ways you don't expect. A bit of bloating, a slight headache, a weird appetite spike. Not dramatic, just off. The trickiest part is how they shape cravings. You take one bite, feel that engineered sweetness or creaminess, and suddenly you want another, and another. It's flavor design, not intuition. These mixes hide everywhere. Protein bars, seltzers, yogurts, granolas, healthy cookies. The label looks clean, but the taste tells another story. Once you notice it, you'll recognize that hyper-satisfying flavor instantly. It's too smooth to be real. You ever open a healthy snack and finish the whole thing without meaning to? Yeah, that oops, it's gone moment often shows up when flavor enhancers join the recipe. MSG, yeast extract, sodium phosphate. Different names, same idea. Research suggests they can make food taste richer and more exciting than it really is. Not dangerous, just persuasive. Your brain lights up a bit faster, your hand moves a bit quicker, and suddenly, the bag is empty. Some people say these ingredients make them feel slightly puffy or thirsty afterward. Others notice nothing at all. But the appetite effect? Hard to miss. It turns simple snacks into routines. These enhancers hide in veggie chips, protein crisps, soups, frozen meals, even clean crackers. The packaging looks minimal, but the flavor hits louder than expected. And the wild part? You don't taste the enhancer itself. You taste everything else, just amplified. You ever ask yourself, if these ingredients feel weird, why are they allowed everywhere? It's a fair question, and the answer is messy, but not mysterious. The GRAS system, generally recognized as safe, is a regulatory process that allows for certain food additives to be approved based on scientific data, sometimes submitted by the manufacturing companies. Research suggests this creates a loop where ingredients slide through without much independent testing. Not sinister, just outdated, like a system built for another era. And with huge food corporations involved, change moves slowly, very slowly. Some experts say the structure tends to favor convenience, shelf life, and cost over how the average person actually feels after eating this stuff. So products stay legal, labels stay vague, and consumers stay confused. The good news? People are paying attention now. More shoppers read labels, more brands clean up formulas, and the pressure is finally rising from the bottom up. Ever stand in a store, staring at a package and think, is this actually good for me? You're not alone. But there are a few simple tricks that make the choice much easier. First one, count the ingredients. If the list feels like a paragraph, it's usually a sign the product leans on additives to fix texture, flavor, or shelf life. Second, scan for the heavy hitters. Maltodextrin, seed oils, gums, artificial sweeteners, natural flavors, HFCS. If you see 2 or more, think twice. Third, choose foods that look boring on the outside. Plain nuts, simple yogurts, frozen berries, beef sticks with 3 ingredients. Stuff that doesn't need a marketing team to sell it. And yeah, sometimes you want a packaged snack. That's fine. Just pick the cleaner version of it. Your body usually reacts better to simple formulas. Once you read labels this way, shopping gets weirdly satisfying, like you cracked a code. You know, at the end of the day, most of this comes down to one thing: paying attention. Not stressing, not obsessing, just noticing how your body feels after the foods you eat. Research suggests a lot of packaged snacks create tiny shifts in energy, mood, hunger, focus. Small stuff, but small things matter when they show up every single day. And once you start spotting the patterns, you may notice a positive change in how you feel. Really fast. You don't need a perfect diet. You don't need fancy rules. Focusing on clearer choices, one label at a time, may help you feel better. Swapping a bar for nuts, picking a yogurt without the flavor cocktail, choosing oils your system seems to like. These little moves build momentum. And honestly, it feels good. You feel more in control, more steady, more yourself. Thanks for sticking with me through all this. Seriously. See you in the next one.